Oh. How's everybody's weekend so far? Your boy has been having some pretty yucky toothaches all week. They can't seem to tell why either, so that's fun. Fun. So I'm just gonna be real. Not wine, but cranberry juice. So the aesthetic still holds up because I took a shit ton, just the recommended dose of Tylenol and ibuprofen beforehand because it's a constant pain. All right, let's see. Who all we got here? Not Ginger, that's who. I can't join the live stream tonight. I got a Halloween party. Look who's got a life. I hope you have fun. Are you dressing up? I don't know if you're still here at the moment, but I'd love to know if you did, who'd you dress up as? All is okays. Have a great stream. Enjoy your party. What's up, Cole? Could I be the first to admit Percy's Resurrection revivals, or is it just on par with Rocket's Resurrection? Rivals, or is just on par with Rocket's Resurrection? I think it was a little bit better. I don't know. I would go with Percy's personally. There's just like a lot more involved, but the Rocket one still is also a very, very good one. What's up, Kat? How are you? Have you heard the latest episode of OP One Piece fan letter? It's amazing, but stay away from it. It has spoilers. What? I mean, why? I try to avoid anything and everything to do with what is currently going on with One Piece. I saw there's a channel I follow that mentioned something in the headline about a fan letter, but I mean, I stay away from it, so I never clicked on it, so I have no idea what is in there or what it entails, so we will leave it at that because I don't want to dig too far into it. Just like staying away from final trailers, especially for Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I don't watch those anymore. I just don't do final trailers unless it's a movie like I still need sold on. Like if it's a movie that I'm not sure about still, maybe I'll watch it, but if it's one that I'm definitely going to see no matter what, I'm not going to watch the final trailer anymore. Not doing it. Not doing it. I still need to find some time. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've got time or energy for that matter to go see Venom in theaters at least. So I don't know if I'm going to try to cut out that time and get out and check it out. I still haven't even posted my review for Joker yet because I've just felt too swamped. I haven't felt any time to actually sit down and have the energy to record it. Which I guess like goes to show like how I feel about the movie, but it is what it is, man. How do you feel about Arthur Fleck being graped by Arkham prison guards after calling all of them out in his trial? I don't remember that happening. I mean, he was forcibly abused in certain ways. I don't remember that being one of them. What's up, JC? How are you doing? Just left Jay's Jackbox stream to come join yours. Ah, I feel so loved. I mean, you probably have a little more fun over there. Let's be honest. I would like to be playing Jay's Jackbox stream. But welcome, Summer. Thank you so much. What's up, Olivia's shenanigans? Okay. For some reason, when I read that, I thought there were multiple nananananigans in there. But no, it is correct. Ooh, what's up, Jazzy? How are you? We got a super chat. What's up, Rockin' Stampede? Hey man, hope your toothache heals up quick. Are you gonna be doing a reaction to Transformers 1? Definitely the most surprising gem of the year. Cheers, man. I might try to. I think I'm gonna try to check it out because I again, that first trailer, I mean, I didn't react to it on the channel, but I did watch the trailer. It didn't do it for me. But I have heard so many amazing things about it. You know, no specifics, obviously, but a lot of people have been singing its praises. So, maybe sometime in November, I'll give it a look. See, we'll see if I have the time and the energy. God, October has been killing me. But thank you so much for the super chat and for the well wishes on the tooth. Hopefully, yeah, I would love that to go away. Like it's like if I don't have a painkiller active at the moment, it's like a constant, like, thankfully it's just like a dull pain unless I like eat something. But like for the most part, it's like an ever-present uncomfortability. And like I just went into my dentist afterwards too, because I just had a filling elsewhere. That seems to be okay, but like whenever the anesthesia wore off from that procedure, that flared up for some reason. Like that tooth wasn't really, I mean, it was like problematic-ish, kind of here and there, but like afterwards it was just like, hi, I'm back. Don't know why. And they looked at it. They don't see any cracks, no cavities on it, nothing as far as I can tell. There's nothing overtly wrong with it that they can see. So they're gonna put a crown on it sometime. I don't know. They haven't sent me when they can do it yet. So they're just like, well, we could try that and see if that helps, because this same tooth was going to get a root canal at one point for the same problem like a year ago, but it just magically stopped hurting altogether. Like it was like real bad for a little bit, and then it just went away. For about a year, I've been perfectly fine. No pain whatsoever, and now it's back again. What's up, Christian? How are you? Loving the Sophia icon there. What's up, Scruffy boy? How are you? Oof. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Olivia. I hope so too. I hope so too. Like it's one of those things where it's like sensitive to like temperature too on top of all of that. So like that little exhale, or not exhale, that little inhale I did, the cold air that entered my mouth just then, I felt it. It didn't think because I just took some medicine, like, but I felt that flare for a second. I felt that cold specifically in that spot. What's up, Sasha? How are you? What's up, Matthew? Didn't you done the impossible and made me look forward to Mondays with murder drones. Sad only 2 left. Also, keep in mind, there's 0 copyright in the show, even with music vocals. You would think that, but weirdly, I've got 2 copyright claims throughout the run, and I've had to put a filter in my video just to avoid it altogether for songs that aren't actually in the video, which has been mind-boggling. Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't even sound remotely close to what is actually being referenced either. But the last time it happened, I got it released. The next time it happened in this recent one that I put up, I just put through a filter on it because I wasn't going to wait for them to agree or disagree with me. What's up, Robert? Love your reviews. Thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't done very many here recently because I haven't been to the movies. So half the time when I'm catching up on these new ones, it's because it's out and I can react to it. I watched Alien Romulus and Deadpool and Wolverine last week. Both were good. Yes, I agree. I really enjoyed both these movies, man. That's for sure. Have I considered doing a playthrough of Silent Hill 2 Remake? Your reactions are the best, and I hope you consider it, at least. I don't have time for games right now, man. Not at least doing, like, something gaming related for the channel. I just don't have the time to commit to it. I'm still in the middle of 2 playthroughs, technically. I have a stalled playthrough on Final Fantasy VII Remake. That is, I'm at the start of Chapter 7, and I am I think maybe in the middle of God of War Ragnarok still, and I've been in the middle of God of War Ragnarok for like how long has it been? Like a year and a half, 2 years now, maybe? Ouch, it sounds rough. Hope you are all right, man. Thank you so much. Good call on watching Murder Drones late. You don't need to wait for the episodes. That's true. I could just go right through it all. How are you liking Murder Drones so far? I enjoyed it fine enough initially, and again, like I said in a couple of our live streams, initially I did not like the look of the show, but all of it has grown on me. Like the cringy humor is kind of fluttered away as the episodes kind of progressed on. Like in the first 2 episodes, especially the first episode, like a lot of the humor was just like very cringy. But the story was at least intriguing, like the world they built out. And then over time, it got less cringy, more interesting, and it's got me kind of hooked, man. I'm kind of I want to know what is going on. I hope there won't be any Joker Folie à Deux spoilers. It will be available on digital next Tuesday. Well, about that. Somebody mentioned something earlier, but I don't even know if that is even true. Not from what I remember. So, yeah. I mean, there's nothing to talk about, man. But who knows? Maybe I'll post my review when that comes out, when people are going to be thinking about watching it on streaming instead. At least kind of hit that SEO a little bit. Did I hear about that 90s show? Yeah, we talked about it a while back when that announcement came out. I posted about it on social media and everything as well. It's sad news. Unless there's new news, is there good news? Is it saved? I can't be that. We're not that lucky, right? Unless that's what you're talking about. Is there something new? I'm going to assume not, because I don't see anything immediately. Freaky notifications don't work. Hello! How's everyone? Notifications on YouTube are fucking weird, man. What's up, Michelle, though? All the same. I'm looking forward to the next episode of Superman Lois and the confrontation of Clark and Lex. Me too, man. Me freaking too. Vox Machina Season 3 was epic. I love Keyleth's growth throughout these seasons. Likewise. I really enjoyed it, especially like her really kind of coming into her strength, coming into her own, standing her ground, and be like, hey, you know what? Because like she was so unconfident. She was like the complete opposite in season 1. She had no faith in herself, no faith in her abilities, no faith in even what she thought most of the time. And we are completely in a brand new spot with her where she just stood her ground and whoop the fuck out of this dragon. Hell yeah, man. What's up, good vibes? Missed the past few live streams. Good to see you, Omni. Hope you're doing well. Outside of the tooth, everything else is pretty okay. You know, we got through this content hump for a second because it's been pretty crazy. A lot of it self-induced because I decided to do Murder Drones and Owl House and Bleach. Well, no, Bleach was already on the slate, but I added a little bit extra to my plate thinking it'd be fine. Underestimating like the penguin of it all, the Vox Machina episodes, the Agatha, and all these other things that are going on in the current at the time, and it's been a little overwhelming. We get a little bit of a break next week since Vox Machina is done. So next week we got, however, though, that is kind of counterbalanced a little bit with 2 Agatha episodes in the same night, but that's fine. That removes that from the board next week as well. However, the week following that is the first 3 episodes of Arcane Season 2. Which is 3 every week until it's over. 3, 40 to 60 minute episodes? Which, whatever. At least it's not that much. And then we have, to cap off the month, I presume based on what Viv has said too, with the merch drop being on the 31st, either we're going to be getting Ghost Fuckers on the 30th or the 31st. Usually the merch drop is like the day after, right? But I don't know how things have currently been. Either of those are in the middle of the week, and it's not currently out. So it's not a weekend drop like normal, so I don't know. I'm just guessing, because I haven't seen any official news on when that's dropping, but that's going to be a big one too. So that's going to be a huge vid to close out the month on too. Plus, I'll be done with the movie reactions. I put that huge burden on my shoulder this month as well. Trying to do a horror movie every week was a pain in the ass. I still have one to edit. It's been recorded. I still have one to edit. But after that, that'll be another load off my shoulders. What's up, Nick? Hope you've had a good few weeks. Just popping in before I get ready for bed. Up at 5 for work as usual. Had a couple questions for you. Did I see the news about season 3 of Good Omens being a one-off 90-minute episode? Also that Amazon have replaced the entire writing and production, I think, team for the God of War series. I heard about the Good Omens thing, which sucks for, one, the fans and for everybody involved there that has been working on the show up until that point. Obviously, they're taking the allegations seriously, but I feel like you could have, you know, just had someone else finish the show, you know, instead of sacrificing the entire project for one person's major ass fuck up. It just feels like you're punishing literally everybody for that person's actions. So I don't know, I'm a little mixed on that decision. I hadn't heard about the God of War thing. That doesn't bode well. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't caught up on Good Omens, man. I'm still on episode 4, I think, or 3, one of those two, of the first season. And I have been for the past 2-3 years. Let's see. Even though she wasn't the highlight for you, I'm glad you really liked Kaylee Spaney and Romulus. She has been really popular recently. Yeah, she was really good. It's just I feel like everybody was blown out of the water by shit, I can't remember his name. The guy that played the android. I thought that was he just killed it to me. But yeah, she was the second best thing. Everybody else in it was just kind of there. But yeah, no, they were great. The two leads were definitely the focus for sure. Did you see? Yep, I read that. What's up, BG? I was wondering what your favorite episode of Agatha is so far. It, you know, after in retrospect, this last one, I think it's easily that one. I'm shocked the show is turning out to be top tier MCU Disney Plus show. I kinda am as well, and maybe that's my fault for underestimating it, or their fault for kind of conditioning us to think that these things aren't going to be as good as they used to be, or something like that along those lines. But yeah, I've said this before. Agatha, I was like, I was going to watch it, but I'm not really like, I don't know why I'm going to want to watch it. I don't really have like a thirst, a hunger to check it out, but of course it's MCU. I'm going to, just to kind of keep up with everything. And it has been so much fun. It is, and this last episode was some brilliantly written television. The way they brought all that together, and especially on this small ass budget that it has, it looks great. Fun fact, and they talked about this, those were real swords they were dropping in that. They weren't CGI. They had them on piano wire to control the drops, but they said they were real swords. So good God. I'm in the minority of people who thought Joker was great. Also enjoyed Joker 2. Good, not great. I fully get why people hated it, but I liked it. Another hot take added to my list. I love the first one. I thought the first one was brilliant. And I think the second one is okay. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. It is very overhated, I'll say. I think some people have gotten a little hyperbolic, and I think that's because of how much some people either really hated the first one or really loved the first one. There wasn't a lot of in the middle, you know, with the first Joker. So even those people that loved the first Joker not liking this one, a lot of those seemingly. So there's a lot of disappointment, and sometimes disappointment can make you feel even more hurt by the quality drop or whatever you feel about the movie, or maybe it not going the direction you wanted it to go. I think disappointment more than anything is the driving factor for the film, and also just them not being confident in marketing and what it was. You know, they've been back and forth about whether or not they should call it a musical, and when they announced it, they said it was a musical, and guess what? It turned out to be a musical, and for some reason, people don't like musicals. I don't get it. But ha-ha! I spelt it wrong, but it's unique. Now I'm just like, I can't remember. Anyway, we're gonna get off on a tangent if I start trying to think about that. I lost 2 cats within a week, both 16 years old and with us for 15. So nah. Oh, I just want to hang out and be chill with you and the community. I'm so sorry to hear that too. I mean, 16 years though. Those are, I mean, at least in my experience, the oldest that I've ever had was like 13, I think. So like, that's 16 lucky ass years all the same. So, it's never easy regardless, no matter what, you know, but I'm glad that you took care of them for so long and you had them for so long and they got to live as long as they did in a loving home like that, man. But we're here for you. You know, I know the pain. You know, I know. So let's just relax and have fun for a little bit. Rest in peace to my animated husband, Cash, from Vox Machina. Yeah, dude. Hey, I mean, I called it out in my reaction, man. I was like, dude, he was fucking around, you know, and he found out. He pulled off some pretty badass moves, but he wasn't taking it as seriously as he should have. But yeah, it still can't. The lighthouse dancing scene, forgetting from my head, still a bop. True. Did you see the new area drop for Hades 2 and the new level boss? Ben Starr is getting more roles, and I'm thrilled for him. Ben Starr needs more roles. Like, even just for his little skits he does on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, his little in his house skits are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. I love it. And no, I haven't played Hades or Hades 2. I've never given that a go. So I haven't been keeping up with all of it. Let's see. What's up, Rice Cake? It's been a while since I've been in a live stream with Uni. Keeping me busy. How's it going? It's going quite well. Hope Uni is going well. I'm sorry it's been keeping you busy, though. But take care of yourself and what you got on in the real world. Much more important than coming and see a little old me. Also on the house hunt, news for me and Lucy, Cosmic Celestial. We found a house to rent that was perfect. Actually suggested us by the letting agent as somewhere that the landlord would allow our cat Nova. We were meant to have a viewing on Wednesday. This would have been agreed for a week. The property letting team rang up Lucy, and whilst I was at work, confirmed. An hour later, just 6 hours before the viewing, they rang to say the landlord had spoken to his wife and decided not to allow pets. That is bullshit, dude. Why did I hate, like, I get it, like, for the most part, like, why landlords would be very dissuaded by certain kinds of pets and stuff like that, but like with cats, man, like, the only thing you really got to worry about, I mean, I know like cat smell, like once it settles in it's really hard to get rid of. But if you do all the precautions, get them fixed, have a clean place for them to do their thing, there's no worry or concern that they're going to be spraying just randomly throughout the house. Like, it's just like, chill. It pisses me off, man. They're so stingy about that shit. What? You're getting a crown on a healthy tooth? I mean, it's not healthy. It's in pain. Like, it hurts. But they just don't know why it hurts. But they also said that because of that, they're still not sure if they would recommend a root canal either, though. But yeah, as far as I can tell, it looks fine, but it's constantly in pain right now. Dude, don't take dental pain lightly. Dental wonkiness can kill you. Your tooth might be in its death throes and killing the nerve with it. It could be. Very well could be. We're gonna see how the cap goes, if that alleviates any of it, and then from there they said next steps would be, you know, extraction or a root canal. So who knows? We'll see. Glitch makes their own music. Why would you get copyrighted? I got copyrighted by someone that wasn't Glitch. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. The first one I reached out and they were like, oh, and they removed it. But like it was the song doesn't sound like anything that was used in the section that was, and it wasn't even like manually claimed either. Like you could run into shit like that. The content ID automatically detected this for some reason as a song that did not exist in that video. And it wasn't Glitch, it wasn't any of their stuff, it was someone completely different. And a completely different song than was even used. It's annoying, it's happened twice so far. Agatha is mid for me. I wish I liked the ensemble more. People are saying the latest episode is great, but I only really like the ending. Wow, really? I think Agatha has some strong moments, but not overall personally. Damn. Hot take, good vibes. More like hot take vibes only. Oof, that sounds rough with Murder Drone's copyright. Sounds like YouTube being YouTube. Let me know if you have any non-spoiler questions about the series so far. I'm sure you've seen episode 7 already. Not yet. I was supposed to record that yesterday, but it took too many edits to get the Vox Machina episode out this morning. And then I've just been sleeping till then. I was supposed to record Bleach this morning, but I also chose to nap instead. So I'm a little behind at the moment. What is your opinions on an R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? If they're doing, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a little iffy and protective of some of my childhood shows. Like, I don't like the thought of Power Rangers being R-rated or Scooby-Doo being R-rated. Turtles has always kind of rode the line a little bit because it is kind of rooted in violence. The comics have been even a little more mature than we've ever seen most of the shows be. I mean, none of the shows have actually come close to actually matching the level of the comics at any point, but you know, and then with the popularity of The Last Ronin and stuff like that, they have been kind of cranking it up a little bit. And I think for the Last Ronin storyline specifically, I think that's the only time with that I would be a little comfortable with them flirting with the R rating. But I think for the most part, I think Turtles should be PG-13 or under. That's just me, because I just don't know that I agree with the tone breaking out of that mold too much. Also, good luck with the last 2 episodes of Murder Drones. They are big ones. I can give a tiny spoiler of episode 7. It's lore. Let me get to episode 7. If I have any questions after that, we'll get to it. Gosh, the season of Vox Machina got me emotional, especially Percy's death scene and the music playing, that got me too. And the fact that that song was written and performed by Matt Mercer was amazing and so rude because it just drove that stake deeper into the heart. What's up, Aged Phoenix? What's up, Charlie? How are you doing? I have something to say. Apparently I have to wear a cast on my leg for 4 weeks. You say apparently. What happened? I feel like apparently implies you're kind of surprised by the fact that you need to wear a cast, and most of the time it's either because you have, like, you know, a fracture of some kind, which if you knew that, it shouldn't be an apparently involved. So I'm a little curious with the choice of words in this, and I could just be completely overthinking it. But elaborate. Watching both you and Vivzy Pop's lives at the same time, since you're both streaming at the same time. Yeah, they're doing a live signing today, right? Whoa, I click out and Vivzy's making a live signing thing. Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while because they were doing like the creators signing and stuff, like the art director, her, and then somebody else. There's like a trio of the creatives on the shows that are doing signings today. Your leg was twisted. Damn, huh, okay. I've never heard of having a cast for like a twist. What, like twist, like you pulled it, rolled it, or like dislocated? Dislocated I could kind of get because I've dislocated my entire elbow and that wasn't fun. My arm was going the other direction. And I never got a cast for it, but moving that thing at all was so painful. Like sickeningly painful. It took me a month to be able to get full range of motion back in my arm though, when that happened. Recently started watching Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Is that on your watch list? Not really. I'm not a huge Tomb Raider fan, personally. And I watched the trailer for it, and it didn't intrigue me. I didn't really like the animation for it either. But I don't know. How are we feeling about it for anybody that has seen it? The busiest of bees, a buzz buzz. All I want to see is episode 7 and 8 of Murder Drones, or arguably the best episodes. Interesting. Okay. So we got some good shit to look forward to. I just want some fucking answers, man. What dinosaur screech was that? Yes. You guess? How did you? Yeah, I was like, what happened? What's up, Michael? How are you doing? Glad you're enjoying Owl House. I'm still laughing at that guy pushing them off the cliff. That was great. I love the dark humor in there. It's lovely. Penguin is so good. Favorite show currently airing that I'm watching. Every episode is solid and feels like they have big moments, like very well paced and great dialogue scenes and great character moments. Yeah, I agree. I like Penguin a lot right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, while I do think it's obviously higher brow, like serious television, but like I'm personally looking forward to now, and I wasn't initially as more as this went along. I've actually been looking forward to watching Agatha more at this point. But they're both really good, but they're both very different kinds of comic book shows, and that's okay. That's okay. But Penguin is that's some good TV, man. And fucking Sofia Falcone. I'm sorry, Gigante. Oh, so good. This is so fun, man. God damn. Let's see. Have you checked out Transformers 1 and Wild Robot yet? Either of them coming to the channel? Maybe and maybe. Well, maybe they are coming to the channel. No, I have not seen either one of these yet. Movie theaters and me right now are not, my schedule is not allowing me the energy to do that. Like, I made the trip for the Joker because it's Joker. I like the first one. I wanted to see for myself what all the fuss was about. So I did make the time to go that. But outside of that, I've missed out on so many movies this year, man. So many movies this year. Just going back and forth from Viv's signing stream to your stream and not being stressed about this. Fair enough. When Vox Machina were all parting their ways, my mind was like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yeah, it's a very similar close. Everybody's kind of going to like focus on themselves finally. You know, their responsibilities for the time being are, at least to the world, to Taldore and Exandria, are done. Till the Whispered One comes a knocking, but for now, they got a little bit of a break. And apparently it was written this way because they didn't have the green light for season 4 yet. So they didn't know if this would be the last season. So they wrote it that way to do that, at least, just in case. And I could have sworn that they got it greenlit a long time ago. But then again, they did post like the other day the official announcement that it got picked up for season 4. So what do I know? My memory's not always the best anyway. I think Brandon Rogers said it comes out on Halloween and even posted a small teaser of the episode on Insta. I know he posted a GIF a few days, or well, it's been a couple days now. but I don't remember there being a date. He says this Halloween it's time. So I guess, yeah, 31st, I assume. That's also the merch drop, so that would make sense. I mean, it just makes sense in line with what they've been doing anyway up until now. Let's see. Since you were in choir, did you appreciate the musical aspect in Agatha? Oh God, yes. Dude, I was singing that song all the time, humming it to myself afterwards. I adore it. God, the harmonies when they're all my favorite version of that, I think, still is when they were doing it in the circle to summon the road of the Witch's Road song. But all throughout it anyway, just like the score is still really, really beautiful. But my God, them all kind of just slaying, enchanting us with that music was so good. Yeah, I haven't seen season 2 of Good Omens as for God of War, and as of Wednesday, Ronald D. Moore had apparently been hired as the showrunner as well as one of the writers and executive producers. Interesting. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Hope you know, Owl House is going to go from silly episodes to mostly story episodes and some stellar animation. That's good to know. That seems to be the case for a lot of things. It's like, here, we're doing some stuff to kind of build out the world and figure out what we want to do, and then it makes a transition sometimes. Not every series anymore seems to stay in the rando episode territory. If you want to see more Kaylee Spaney, I recommend Priscilla. Oh, I wanted to see that. Civil War and the HBO miniseries Mare of Easttown. I've heard good things about that one. Civil War I have not seen, but I was interested in Priscilla just because I like a lot of the stuff surrounding the Elvis storyline, just all that kind of stuff in general, and just like the Presley family in general. But I haven't gotten around to see that either, man. Still haven't got around to seeing Vox Machina and seeing a couple of death spoilers in chat. Not mad at all, by the way. I know the rules and it's on me. Still gonna enjoy it when I get to it, though. It's the journey. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry. That's my bad. Yeah, that, I guess, I mean, yeah, it is kind of falls in line with the rules, to be fair. I mean, that happened last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when the event happened, but yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It'll be okay. I don't know either. I love musicals. But as far as like Joker being a musical, I don't think they utilized it that as efficiently as they could have. I think that's my problem with it. I think it's like a general issue I have with jukebox musicals in general, is sometimes they can feel like they hold up the story more than help. But yeah, that's my main problem with the movie, is that I feel like it's not paced very well. Civil War's underrated gem of this year, also starring Jesse Plemons. I gotta think, who else was in that? I can't remember. I know he was in there, and Kaylee Spaney was the other lead, I think. But yeah, I just, that's another one of those movies I never got around to seeing. 16 is really old. Sorry for your loss. Agreed. Right there with you. It's confirmed Vox Machina is the Guardians of the Galaxy of Amazon Prime. And a chill stream. Aw, such a chill stream. Yeah, we try to keep it as so. I mean, we very rarely get unhinged. Or have, like, issues in the stream, like with weird takes, or not weird takes. I don't think I ever have a weird take. I have grade A, awesome, amazing takes all the time. But no, we've had some bad eggs pop up in the chat a time or two, but that hasn't happened in a while, so let's not jinx it, at least. I know I loved the first Joker. I meant like one of the few that loved the first, that I enjoyed the second. I don't know that that necessarily needs to equate, because you're saying that because you love the first so much, you automatically love the second. when you should just love the second based on its own merits, which is just fair. Like, I would understand somebody actually really enjoying the second. I loved the themes. I loved the themes of the second movie. I loved what they were doing with the characters. I loved the direction that they took it. I just think the movie was a little sloppy. Personally. But yeah, I just think it's massively overhated. Did you know the voice actor who plays Ida is the principal from Alvin and the Chipmunks? Like, the movies or the show? I need clarification on that. Which one to look up? Meow Meow equal chill. Yeah, Meow Meow chill. Have you seen the Invincible teaser, or are you skipping it? I mean, it's just another little, like, back and forth, quippy little joke-filled thing, taking shots at themselves for their fuck up with season 2 and all of that. I watched it. I just don't see any point in reacting to it like I did with the first one. After the first one, I'm like, I kind of knew what I was getting into when they did this. So I watched it. It was funny. I'm looking forward to it, but there's nothing worth reacting to in my brain. But I have seen it, and I'm excited for season 3 without any breaks. What's up, Isaac? Got a new job in McDonald's. I start on Tuesday. I worked at McDonald's once when I was in high school. I did it for 2 months, I think. But yeah, interesting situation there. They ended up being like, because I was in school, they were required to adhere to any academic obligations that I had, and I was on our school show choir group, and we would travel and compete and practice and all this, and they knew this, and I'm not the only one that worked there that had this schedule, but they had our practice schedule and our competition schedule, and they still kept scheduling me during practice and during our trips. And then they got mad when I wasn't there, when legally they can't do that. But they were like, if you don't want to work here, then just don't. And I'm just like, fuck off. And I said, okay. I was getting lunch on a different day. I wasn't even scheduled to work. And my manager came to the window, I guess, when I was getting food. And they were like, so do you want to work here or no? And I was like, you have my schedule. You know how this works. And I just said, all right. And I just drove off and never went back. I mean, I went back for food. I didn't go back to work because that pissed me off. Anyway, that was like, what? I don't even want to talk about how long that was at this point. That's just gonna, anyway. What's up, Rebecca? The only problem with cats is clawing up furniture and the smell, which can be easily controlled. Exactly. And clawing is only really going to be a huge problem for the furniture, which the landlord wouldn't provide anyway. I mean, they could claw at the carpet if you shut a door and they try to get in. If you're like trying to keep them out, or they're being rowdy or whatever, and then they start clawing the door because they want to be in there. That can happen, and I get that. But yeah, the smell, you can fix the smell. My eternal fear, a root canal. Not that bad. I've had one already. I think this guy I know was trying to set me up with his friend girl, but he only speaks Portuguese, so I was oddly waddled away. What your friend does, or the person he was setting you up with? And how did that happen? What? Then on the very next day, since it's spooky season, would you rather spend your Halloween night solving a case with Scooby and the gang, or meet Casper the Ghost? Scooby and the gang. I think that would just be much more fun. Much more life-threatening, though. You know, Casper, we a little chill, but fuck Casper. Casper's fine. I just don't think I would have a good time hanging out with Casper. Let's just be real. I think I'd at least have fun with Scooby and Shaggy running around. And plus, Velma and Daphne? Watch out, Fred. I'll be kind of butting my way in there, buddy. I've had 4 root canals, 2 extractions. I've also broken a tooth by biting it too hard. Damn, how hard you fucking biting shit. Let me tell you, root canals are expensive, but boring. I'm unafraid of dentists, though. Yeah, I'm fine with all of that. But yeah, it is very boring because it is a little time consuming getting it done. But yeah, I completely shattered these 2 teeth when I was 12. So they are like mostly porcelain. Both of them. Not fully, but mostly. One of them had to get a root canal though because of that, because the damage killed the nerve. Did I miss anything? Not really. We've just been shooting the shit and having fun talking. Nothing too crazy or revelational. What's up, Omni? What's up, Gwen Blyde? Gwen Blyde? I think I said that right. Just got done with your last Vox Machina reaction. Happy to see it's on your top 10 shows. Really love the show. What's your favorite character after season 3? It is still Vax. Like, it's been Vax since season 1. It's still Vax. He's my boy. The moment he became the champion for the Matron of Ravens, he automatically sealed that deal for me. I mean, he was already my number 1 in season 1 just by itself, but once he got that cloak, once he got the whatever, he got the vestige, I forgot what it was actually called. Yeah, he sealed it, because I love the moment you throw like Raven themed shit into the mix. You elevated your chances of me loving the character even more, or the concept more. I love Ravens. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. I love the lore, the meaning, all of it. Yeah, I love Raven shit. So the second that my boy became the champion of the Matron of Ravens, I was there was no taking it back. And he has wings now. He can zip zoom like Sonic the Hedgehog. He can fucking Gatling gun daggers and be yeah, dude, fucking Vax. I love that man. God, love it, love it, love it. So yeah. That makes 0 sense. Have seen anyone else get copyrighted while reacting to MD. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I was able to fix it pretty easily, but it's just annoying all the same. What's up, Deet? How are you? Welcome. Last Ronin is that rated R stuff. Yes, it is. We're getting a game for it and a movie for it, I think, if I remember right. Can't wait for that game. If you think about it, Hell's Bells is almost like a female version of The Lighthouse, without the psychological vibes and having 3 moods, vibing, having a heart-to-heart, followed by a fist fight. I don't know what Hell's Bells is, to be honest. In my opinion, TMNT is up there with Power Rangers and on shouldn't be rated R, but sometimes TMNT can get a pass. That's what I say. That's how I feel with that, at least. TMNT can tickle edgy a little bit. I think that's fine. Do you also have any questions about the other episodes? Maybe pilot or something. I don't know. Not that I feel like I'm a little concerned. Not right now that I wouldn't feel that could verge on spoiler territory at the moment. Was twisted. Batman vs. TMNT was pretty brutal though. Very fun movie. It rode that line, but it did press it a little bit further than some other TMNT material that we've seen. I love that, and we haven't gotten anything yet. I really hope we get a sequel to that. They teased it. There was a post-credits and everything at the end. I would love for them to do another one. Just started listening to Adam Schlesinger, a very talented musician taken too soon by COVID. I'm constantly surprised by how his fake hits didn't translate to recognition for his actual band. I'm not familiar with the name nor their work, but might have to check it out to see what you're talking about. Did you know they're making a Bambi horror movie and a Peter Pan horror movie? I did. I did. I have not seen any of the entries in this universe that is being built out by the so-called, what was it? Blood and Honey, the whole like Winnie the Pooh horror film franchise they're building out. Not really my vibe, but I don't know, the Bambi one could be funny. Except they're all kind of doing the same thing. It's just a big dude in a fucking like animal mask, right? I don't remember. Peter Pan, I don't know how that's gonna work either, but I did hear about it. What's up, Nicole? How are you? How the floof did you get a backwards arm? Saw trap? No. Oddly enough, it was just my own stupidity. I was bored. I was trying to be the cool kid, hanging out because I was stuck. It was my dad's weekend to watch us. I don't remember how old I was. I think I was like 13 or 14. And he was coaching my brother's t-ball team, and they were there. I don't know if it was an actual game or like a skirmish or practice. I don't remember exactly. But I was there. You know, he was coaching my little brother, and I was bored out of my mind, so I was just playing around on the playground because I loved climbing stuff back then, so I would do dumb shit or climb it in ways you're not supposed to climb it, like climb it from the outside to get to the top, sit on top of the big point where you're not even supposed to be. I'd do dumb shit like that because I don't know, I just like climbing stuff. But it started to sprinkle, and I thought it would be fun to go down the metal slide standing straight up to try to like surf down it, right? Well, apparently my shoes, it was not as wet as I thought, and my shoes had a lot more grip than I thought, because the second my foot touched the slide, I just sputtered to a halt, and all my momentum just chucked me off of it. So I went not even like halfway down it. I was still at the top of the slide and just went straight off, and I stiff-armed the ground trying to catch myself, which was already a mistake. So I hit the ground with my arm locked straight, and so when I hit the ground, it just cocked it to the side. And funny enough, when I walked up to my dad's girlfriend at the time, he was still busy, and she was yelling for him, I was yelling for him. He was too focused on the game, and I got impatient, and my ass was like, I saw this in Blade, and I grabbed my wrist and just yanked, and I reset my own arm. I'll tell you though, the act of resetting it myself, fucking, it made me black out. Like, I was still conscious, but my vision went completely black, and I instantly wanted to throw up. Don't know why. I don't remember it hurting, but there was like this sensation that just made me get so fucking dizzy, and it just fucked up my stomach. But then, yeah, for the next month, my arm was stuck in a 90-degree angle because that's all the range of motion I had. So I had to like do this, like, to work it out, because anything more like, okay, my arm like this, if I did like that little movement right there, instant like somebody just stabbed me pain. But yeah, just had to keep pressing through the pain every time to get my range of motion back, which was excruciating. Sleeping like that was terrible, because if I would just move in my sleep, I would wake up from the pain of my arm. Anyway, fun story. If anyone could either watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend or listen to any Fountains of Wayne songs, the song that you would do and pretend to be nice. I've never seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and I'm not sure of the other thing that you're referring to. I have to try to keep up with it. A new Creature Commando trailer dropped. I'm behind so much on trailers, man. So much. I'm watching it anyway. It's not that far away, so if I go in blind, I go in blind. It makes the reactions more fun. But I haven't had time to, I just haven't had the time or energy to check out a lot of these trailers either. It might be a little bit easier in November at least, I hope. If only lots of people pay more attention to Knuckles' Paramount Plus series like Penguin. They're very much so not the same thing. They're not even in the same sphere, to be fair. Both song and as a person. Watched MD myself once, then watched it so many times, people reacting to it. I've seen little hidden details and know the lore. Well, if I have any questions, I will come to you. That's for sure. I watched Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft, and it's weird, not gonna lie. There's supernatural in it for some reason. I've never played any of the games too deeply. I don't remember. I mean, I swear one of them you fought velociraptors at some point. So like, I kind of always thought they got a little supernatural, kind of like Uncharted, you know, kind of like Indiana Jones. It starts off nice and grounded, but then you kind of start to find out there's some weird shit going on. But I don't know. I've never finished a Lara Croft game. A Tomb Raider game, sorry. So far it's pretty good. I think the animation is great. Nice, nice. If anyone here reads comics, a good series is called The Darkness. Extremely underrated. It has 2 games. Are amazing. I recommend them to everyone. I haven't read The Darkness firsthand, but I've read a lot about The Darkness because you have The Darkness, The Witchblade, and then whatever that Angel series was. I can't remember what it was, but they're like a trio that all kind of build out the same lore and world. And I played the first Darkness game, beat that, loved that game so much. Even if they nerfed the absolute shit out of Jackie. But yeah. I've never read the comic though. I should probably do that at some point. I've heard about the controversy that President Argentina thought Absolute Superman comic is taking inspirations from him. While this Superman fights for oppressed people, which is ironic. No, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the Argentina stuff in general, like what's going on in that area, but it sounds like it's one of those situations where maybe a politician tries to co-opt an iconic thing and misunderstanding it completely when it's in reality quite the opposite. It's kind of par for the course for politicians, right? Misunderstanding the point altogether. Bruh, why she gotta do Magpie like that? She said, "You ain't Harley Quinn," and bashed her poor psychotic evil head in. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I thought that was kind of like abrupt too. It's like, oh, we're introducing Magpie, and she's gone. Am I gonna read absolute DC books? Omni, my favorite character of all time, Martian Manhunter, is finally getting his own solo series in that universe. So hyped and definitely grabbing it. I don't keep up with a lot of the current stuff. Like I'll like poke my eye in here and there, but I don't have the energy, again, like with the film thing, I don't have the time, energy, or the money, man, to spend on keeping up with all these comic book lines. I've said this a lot throughout my years on the channel. I read about comics like 1,000 times more than I read the comics themselves. I can count the comics I've read on my hand. That's okay. To be fair, I did read the tie-in comics for the Flash movie because I was trying to give it all the benefit of the doubt that I could before I saw it. None of it helped. I mean, it set up a lot of things the movie didn't explain, like a suit, how he learned how to do his powers, the relationship with him and Batman. But that's it. I've read The Crow, which I didn't go see the movie. I was like, I'm gonna, I've seen the movie. I've seen the original movie. I was like, I've seen the original movie. I've never read the book. Maybe I should read the book before I see the reboot, just so I can give it a even more fair comparison. And then I just ended up reading the book because everything about everything about the new movie just turned me off, and I just never went and saw it for myself. And instead, I just ended up finally reading the actual source material. And then Scott Pilgrim is another one. And if you count manga, there's a lot more, but yeah, I don't know. I spend more time on wikis and reading synopsises of different storylines and stuff like that more than I actually read them myself. There's just too much. There's too much to get into. Do you think if Lily had never put that sigil on William/Billy, Wanda would have found him? That's a good point. She was around while he was in that body. Well, he may have. Maybe that's it. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was purely to protect him from like the forces like Agatha, the Salem 7 and shit like that, but I think it did keep him from Wanda. Because she would have came in and like hijacked that situation and not been able to allow time for him to figure out what just happened to him and who he is at this point. What does it mean for him to be in this situation? So yeah, you might be onto something there. Absolutely agree. Sofia Gigante is smoking. Kristen's so fucking nailing it. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Especially excited for Absolute Superman and Wonder Woman. Can't wait for Absolute Wonder Woman to arrive this Monday, hopefully. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. I've seen like I've seen the art. I've seen some stuff posted about it, but I don't know exactly what the actual plots are about though. What movie are you watching / reacting to this Halloween? Beetlejuice. I'll just say it. Something like Arthur getting in the guards is a little unnecessary, like people being turned on by a Luna's yacht. I don't know if those relate at all. I think you're trying to say it's like blowing things out of proportion a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I don't remember that in the movie personally. It's ironic though, because in the Gotham show, she gets killed by Penguin. Then in the Penguin show, also dies? I mean, do we know that? We don't know that. Nothing's happened yet. Like, are you assuming that she also dies in this? I don't think she's going to be honest. I think she's going to linger into the Batman 2. I hope so at least, but who knows? Kind of interesting that the plot description of Lantern's TV show from DCU sounds more like a Martian Manhunter show than a Green Lantern show, which is, by the way, hopefully my boy gets his own project at the DCU. I mean, I don't agree with that necessarily. I know Martian Manhunter, his alias is as a PI, as a detective on Earth, but the Lanterns are cops. They are detectives. They investigate crimes. They are a police force. So, I mean, it sounds like Lanterns to me. It's just they both kind of do similar things, right? By the way, random thing to say, but my wedding is in 5 days because I'm getting married on Halloween. It's a horror-themed wedding. Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, and I hope it all goes horrifically. But fun horrific, not actually bad, though. Enjoyably horrific. When you watch Vox Machina, Deadpool's gonna show up and say, Zooey mama gonna shoot... What? Zooey mama gonna shoot pipe. Okay. Which DC character that hasn't been given a solo movie or show yet would you give one? Me personally, you already know, my boy, Martian Manhunter. Who hasn't got a solo movie and hasn't got a show. Before I answer, what if they have cameoed or been a guest character in another show before? Are we talking never appeared in TV and movie? Because that's going to be a lot harder to pinpoint. I like the shirt. I like shirt. I do shirt good. Chill stream. And there has been a shot taken for every time X-Files is mentioned. For every rant that goes off for a weird tangent. Very, very true. If they cameoed or been guests but never got a solo show, that counts. Okay. I'm probably going to go with Zatanna. because I just really like that character a lot. And there's a lot of fun you can play with that, especially with her being like a stage magician on top of actually being one of the most powerful magic users in the DC Pantheon. You can even have her play around with the other members of Justice League Dark while focusing in on her own stuff, maybe her history with her father and Fate and stuff like that. I don't know. There's supposed to be, they've talked about her having a movie for a long time, but then the fucking DCU shit happened, and that pushed that off even more. And now they haven't even, I mean, they haven't said it's not happening, but they haven't said it's happening. But that's one of the few things that I would be looking forward to. You know, I would really love them to kind of dive into that and get that character some more mainstream eyes. I think that'd be really cool. Streams are never unhinged. Not at all. Omni stream get unhinged, gets inappropriate. Never. A movie. Now I don't remember what this was about. What was this in reference to? I don't remember what that was in reference to, Jazzy. If you don't mind me asking, are you drinking wine or grape juice? Currently, because I am on... I'm taking a bunch of Tylenol for my teeth. I'm just drinking cranberry juice. It looks the closest to actual wine. I tried some V8 and it, like the juice, like the fruit juice, the fruit blend of V8, and yeah, it was like neon bright red. I was like, there's no way that's passing the aesthetics test. But so I went with cranberry instead. But then I just told you all. So it doesn't even matter, but I just thought it'd be more fitting. What are your thoughts on Johnny Young Bosch being the new voice of Dante for Devil May Cry anime coming out next year? Hope you're having a nice day. I love Johnny. He's one of the best dub actors out there. And I also, going back to the MMPR days, man, Adam fucking Park, the Black Ranger #2. But yeah, he is already Nero in the Devil May Cry game franchise. And this series is supposed to be, from what I've heard, canon to the games. And he said in response to this, because there was a lot of like conversation, there was a lot of opinions shared when he was announced. I love it. He sounds great. He would be a very good Dante, but he is already in the franchise Dante's nephew. So a lot of questions and flags got thrown up because of that. And he said, all he said, is that there is a reason he was cast as Dante in the show. Apparently, Dante's actual voice actor has, since Devil May Cry 5's release, retired from acting. Don't know why, don't know, didn't look into it, but that is what has been said. And he is not doing acting anymore. So it could be as simple as that, or there could be a story reason for that, because if it is in line with, the confusing part is a lot of the imagery we see in the trailers. There's a lot of iconography from 3, even before 3, and earlier Dante, but there's a lot of aesthetical choices that are taken from all across the board, which lends credence to said theory is that, what if, because at the end of Devil May Cry 5, Virgil and Dante are still trapped in hell? So I'm wondering, and it's a popular fan theory at the moment, there's not any confirmation at all right now, is if this isn't Dante. Like, it's being pitched as Dante, sold as Dante, but what if it is, in fact, Nero, cosplaying as his uncle, so that the demon legions don't know Dante is not on the prowl anymore. Kind of like when Batman goes missing or is dead. You know, somebody like Dick Grayson has to don the suit to keep the criminals of Gotham at bay from thinking that, oh, now they got free reign on the city. What if it's something like that, where Nero is cosplaying as Dante so the demon underworld doesn't think to that they can get away with anything while he's gone? So, I don't know. A lot of the aesthetics, a lot of the design choices that we see in the trailer pull from a lot of different versions of Dante's era. So that's why I think maybe it's just an amalgam of some of his different moves. His sword is awakened, which if it was a prequel, it wouldn't be right now, even if that is its most iconic like appearance. If it was canonical, it wouldn't be in its awakened state currently, so it has to be at least post Devil May Cry 1, or it's not canon at all. And that's the only way they could excuse that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's something like that, because then it wouldn't break anything. But it would also decanonize the Devil May Cry 3 manga, because we're introducing, it seems like, the villain from the Devil May Cry 3 manga, because they showed up in the trailer as well. Again, unless it's a prequel, and again, that would make it non-canon because of the way they are flipping all these different things around. I don't know. Putting it off on its own universe as a spin-off, which I wouldn't love. I wouldn't hate it, but I like when we have just a cohesive little universe. So, I don't know. But he did say there's a reason. So, I'm going to hold out and see what that is. Anyway, that was a long little tangent. Vox Machina is also on my watch list. I will try to forget the spoilers. Where's the fucking flashy thing from Men in Black? I just need to like brainwash all y'all. You'll probably forget by then. If you haven't even started it yet, you probably don't even know what we're talking about. I think one of the Chipmunk movies plays Young Justice Dick Grayson. Chipmunks plays. I don't remember who plays the Young Justice Dick, to be honest. But, so you said the movie. So you did clarify that I was talking about the principal in the movie. That would be the second one. Right? I think. Because it's not Chip Director Road Chip. It's because they're in school in the second one. The Squeakquel. Who was their principal? Fuck, I don't know who the... I don't remember the character's name, so I don't know who I'm looking at here. Angela Johnson Reyes? I think that's it. Oh yeah, I always forget Jesse McCartney is Theodore in the current stuff. Our good boy Roxas. I love that Jesse McCartney, despite having a little bit of a struggle in his pop days, is doing a lot of really good work as a voice actor. On Ross Bagdasarian actually did Alvin's singing voice in this one. I didn't know that. Aww. That warms my heart. Anyway. Uh-oh. Hold on. I heard a cat fight happening literally in front of my office door. Anyway, let's see. If I have to be like Peter Griffin down in the flooding basement, I'd say I'm not care for Despicable Me because it's getting overrated at this point. I've only seen the first one, and I agree. I watched it a long time ago, and I was like, I don't understand the hype. But it was fine. It was fine. It was fine. But yeah, I did not get the hype. And I'm one of those weird freaks that likes the second Frozen more than the first one. So feel a little bad because today finished the last 6 episodes of Vox, so I wouldn't get spoiled. Yeah, that's the hard thing, man. Because the second they come out, dude, they're everywhere. They are everywhere, the spoilers for the show. A few DC movie questions. Thoughts on Deathstroke and Bane movie announcement? Interesting pairing. It makes sense. Let's go. Thoughts on Lantern show described as grounded? I mean, perfectly fine. Police drama. Grounded just means that it's rooted in something real, which is this murder that they're investigating. Which makes sense. It's fine. House casting. Kyle Chandler's great. Aaron Pierre looks fantastic. Let's go. Love it. Just need to see them in action and in the suits. But right now, in my head, I'm down with most of it, man. I just got to see what they're going to do. It all comes down to execution in the end. Eva Ronald McDonald, so hateful to show choir and child labor laws. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, if it is school related, they have to adhere to it, and they weren't. And then they put that on me, and I said, fuck you. I didn't say fuck you, but I did leave because my aunt was the manager there. I don't think she's the one that gave me that speech, though. It wasn't her. But I was like, yeah, fuck off. Family Guy has a Halloween special. It looks funny. I haven't watched Halloween. I haven't watched Family Guy for fucking ever. Crazy how that dynamic duo animated movie is going to be released in 2028, so far away. Hey, man, animation, especially the kind they're doing for that movie, which involves some stop motion, it's going to take a while. Hello there. It's Morbin time. Hello, Sketch. With the Blade movie delayed, do you think the Blade actor could be great fit for Martian Manhunter in DCU? I mean, Mahershala is just a great actor in general, so why not? Happy Halloween, Omni. Would you rather be in the Harry Potter universe or the Game of Thrones universe for Harry Potter? Fuck. I'd be dead in a week in the Game of Thrones universe. Hell no. Hell no. Harry Potter is at least contemporary and our world. Just because I'm in the Harry Potter universe doesn't mean I have to actually go to the magical kingdom or anything like that. I could just go to my fucking house. I could just go home. Stay away from all the magical death traps. Or whatever, you know. At least there's a chance for me to live in Harry Potter. I thought Scooby Gang were teens. Depends on which iteration. Like, a lot of the more recent cartoons, I mean, it was never really established in the original show. I mean, they didn't go to school. They didn't. That was their job, was doing what they did. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think they're well, I mean, teens doesn't also necessarily denote students. There's only been one show I can think of where they are actively going to school. They've always been adults, as far as I know, like mid to late, like early to mid 20s, maybe somewhere in between. I think, as far as I'm aware, but I don't know. For the most part, in a lot of the more recent shows, they've always been like, there's no denotation, like they are like well out of their school years, because like if they were in school, they'd be in Coolsville, which most of the time they're not, except for the other one where they were like really doing some weird shit with the lore. I never watched it. I only watched a couple episodes of that one. I think that was like not the most recent one, but the second to most recent one, I think. It's the one where they opened the season and Velma and Shaggy are having a rocky relationship. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, no. I think most of the time they're meant to be 20s plus. So I'm not 100% sure. But either way, they are 80 years old, and I was a bebe when I first had these crushes, so I will extinguish that regardless. I grew up on the fucking Scooby-Doo shit, man. Dude, when I was a kid, Daphne, and then later, Velma. They were some of my first crushes, man. We Brits aren't exactly known for Gold Star dental care. Well, ain't that the truth? Mystery Incorporated is the show where Shaggy is with Velma. I think I've seen like, I think I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of that. I haven't seen too many of those. In the 2 Cartoon Network movies, they are in high school. The one has Robbie Amell as Fred, I think, and Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh, that's the live action movies you're talking about. Yeah, those two movies were like prequely, I think, if I remember right. I mean, according to you, like they were, because those were the 2 that had, again, I think they were in Coolsville again. You're not a big Tomb Raider fan. Why is that? I don't know. I just never really got into it. Like the gameplay, especially when I was a kid, the gameplay was terrible. Or every time I tried to play it, it was like a nightmare fighting the controls for me. I could never get really anything done with it. I like the movies fine. The Angelina Jolie movies were fine, but as far as like the games, and like the new one was fine. I like the reboot. I didn't finish it. Like many games, I start a lot of games and I very rarely finish them anymore. But I did start it. I started it twice. I've tried playing this game twice, but I get to a point where I think where you fix the radio tower, and then I've always just stopped at that point. I don't know why. But I don't know. I've just never been able to live in that world too much. I can tell you I'm a Tomb Raider fan for a different reason. I'm a fan of different things. As in our dentistry. I got it. You didn't have to explain the joke. Agatha is much better than I thought it would be. 100% agree with that. I didn't think it was going to be half as good as this. That's what Marvel has trained us to believe at this point because of some of previous inconsistencies in the stuff they put out. What can I say? I'm a biter. I do a lot of exploratory biting, like a shark. Is this edible? Can I fix this by biting it? Can I open this with my teeth? I feel you there too, I guess. I've done a lot of those. My little animal brain wins most often. Not implying we have bad hygiene, though. Jesus, sometimes I just need to not speak. I'm not saying anything. What are your hopes for the new DCU starting with Creature Commandos? I don't know. I just hope that the show is good, because it's an interesting place to start. It is a little similar to things we've already done, kicking off with another Suicide Squad-esque super team to open the universe in, but going in with an open mind. But I don't really know what I would hope at this point. We got a super chat from Scott. It's been a while since I've seen you pop up, man. Do you think Superman and Lois will have a happy ending, or someone will die? Well, somebody already has died, but I do not think we are going to lose any other principal characters by the end of this. I think we're going to get a happy ending. Some other things have already kind of been confirmed for the final episode that I'm not going to go into, because if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm not going to spoil anything. But I'm almost 200% sure we're going to have a happy ending. For sure. I'm beyond confident that we will be getting at least a happy, or at least bittersweet ending, because it's an ending all the same. Where the fuck did that go? Oh, here we go. Not only does Vax have my favorite weapons, the teleporting knives, but he's got the Raven stuff and the wings. Like, hell yeah. Agreed. A fun Halloween special from Marvel Animation to do would be Spider-Man versus Man-Spider. That would be cool. Or him turning into the Man-Spider, like that little arc where his spider DNA takes over. I'm hoping for the new Superman movie is good. I just don't see how it's going to top the slow story building of Superman and Lois or My Adventures with Superman. The thing is, it probably isn't, and I'm not going to expect it to. I just want it to tell a good Superman story where Superman is a character and not a cardboard cutout doing action scenes and being told what he is and not actually showing us what he is. I don't know. We'll see. Vax is so good, even Keyleth wants that Raven. That she does. That she does. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Rob a bank. You're into the Owl House? I am too, though I haven't watched it in a while. I'm currently on episode 6. I'm reacting to it on the channel right now. That's our Friday show. Hell's Bells is one of the... Oh, okay. I thought we were referring to something else. Is one of the Helva shorts that has Millie reunite with Sally Mae. That's why I made the comparison with the Lighthouse. Right, with the dance. Okay, I get you. I got you now. I thought you were talking about a completely different thing. Oh, we get a Daredevil trailer soon. Now that I will definitely do a video for. Joker Shredder is so cool. I don't think they're gonna sequel it though. They really needed to. They should not have teased that if they weren't going to get anything with that. But then again, maybe they didn't think. They thought they were, but they ended up not. Did you see the news that Spider-Man 4 is going to officially slated for July 2026? I did. I'm surprised we have a release date for it, to be honest. Before some other things too. I think it'd be easy to do a Peter Pan horror movie. He's a specter of death. That's why the Lost Boys never grow old, or he kidnaps kids, and that's why. Ooh. Lures them to his Neverland, and they never grow old anymore because they are dead. So they are just the souls that he's already killed. Neverland is just the afterlife. Or purgatory. Maybe because you're killed by him, your souls can't move on. Oh, that's fucking haunting. Adding Schlesinger was in Fountains of Wayne and co-wrote a lot of songs from the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. What is Fountains of Wayne a band or a show or never heard of Fountains of Wayne. Right out of high school, I get Spider-Man 4. Hell yeah, man. They're a band. Okay. Never heard of them. For a live-action TMNT Last Ronin movie, do you want the Last Ronin to be a suit or suit? CGI turtle shit. Unless it is the people that make Planet of the Apes. Or James Cameron's team. Ditch CGI Ninja Turtles. It's fucking terrible. If you're not going to do it full animated like the fourth movie, and you want it to be live action, ditch that shit and go real. I personally still, despite some of the little flaws when you're hyper-examining some of the scenes, I still think like the original movies, the first two movies, not the Turtles, not Turtles 3, God forbid, but the first two, I just think that holds up so much more than Michael Bay's garbage. Yeah, and you could do, like, I didn't finish reading that because I went off immediately on a tangent. A suit with CGI touch-ups is exactly the way to go, with like how Star Wars is doing a lot of their aliens. Most of them are practical suits with a little bit of enhancement, like some CGI to make them blink, blah, 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 stuff like that, you know, and just little things here and there. In this, you could blot out the double mouth when you get those little instances like in the first Turtles movie where they open the mouth too wide and you can see the actor's own teeth and you're just seeing two sets of teeth and it gets real weird. Do stuff like that. That's fine. I do not want all CGI. Does it look like Sony doesn't know what it wants to do with Spider-Man 4? First we assumed it was going to be a street level movie, now they're supposedly doing a multiverse movie. I don't know. And apparently that Tom Holland's been fighting them on what this movie was going to be for a while. And like pushing back on some things they wanted to do. And standing firm between, I guess, Feige and Sony. So, I wonder what the original plan would have been. I don't know, man. But yeah, I've heard a lot of the speculation at this point. Got a couple more super chats from Scott. Do you think Blade, Elektra, X-23, and Gambit will return for Avengers films? They were awesome in Deadpool and Wolverine. X-23, maybe. Probably. The others, I doubt it. I think those were a fun little gag to say goodbye to the Fox universe. But X-23 got to stay behind with, you know, them. So, why not? If you involve them, like, just involve her. You know? And I want Carol and Sam to lead the team in Doomsday. They probably will. I would assume they will. And again, thank you for the super chats. Damn, man, I'm so behind. Not as bad as I have been on other ones, but like I'm trying to find where I was. Where is this? Okay, here we are. They also announced an Alice in Wonderland horror movie, Alice and the Mad Hatter. Well, that's been we've been doing horror Alice in Wonderland for a long time. There's a whole video game series about that. That's kind of like in the 90s and early 2000s. But yeah, that could be interesting if done well. Yes, Big Goober, you usually get ketamine or morphine for resetting. I don't remember what we were talking about. I've muted this horror story because body horror is not my jam. My bad. Sorry I went into detail about my arm dislocation. It's not insane. It was just me being stupid is what it was. Favorite Halloween movie? Halloween. Like the original, probably. Yeah, I think I'd go with that. I think I'd go with the original Halloween. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Hinge squeaks made me cry laughing. What's up from North Carolina? Beautiful day. Well, shouts out to North Carolina. I was there for a convention a few months ago. And it will be again probably in whenever the next GalaxyCon is. I like driving through there. This is the first live stream of yours and I love how chill it is. Oh, thank you. This is the general way this kind of goes. I try to keep up with the chat and not go too long, but yeah, sometimes shit happens though. Wasn't sure if it's gonna be like Transformers 1, but set up the stuff we already know about was super cool. Favorite song from Nightmare Before Christmas? What's This? I think is easily my favorite. And the opening track, but I think What's This is definitely my favorite one to sing. What's up, Dion? How are you? Comparing Knuckles to the Penguin is a crime itself. Agreed. They might be the exact opposites. I think so. How would you feel if we meet Barry Allen in someone else's project in James Gunn's universe in a couple years and they kill him off and replace him with Wally or Bart Allen? If they killed him off, I would be a little upset. I'd be fine if our active Flash in this universe is just Wally, because we've had multiple Barrys up until this point. So let's just, why not? I don't know. We were already starting with a Damian Wayne, so why not start with the second? We're starting with Jon Stewart. Just have Wally. But Barry Allen, I don't think we need to kill him to have him out of the picture. At least I hope not. If we did, I'd be a little disappointed, a little upset. But, I mean, the Flash family, I think, is just as strong as... Okay, sorry. No, they're not. They're pretty strong compared to the Bat family, like the way it's so extensive and interwoven and stuff like that. I would like them to be whole. Does anyone watch From? Not me. What's up, non-binary lesbian reacts? What's up, everyone? Happy Saturday. Just wanted to clarify, yes, it's still Horse Lover here. Decided to change the name for fun. Really sorry about the miscommunication a bit ago. I could have sworn you sent this exact message when you changed your name before. maybe I'm blending the streams together or the realities together. I've watched the first season, but I haven't seen the second or third. That was from. I'm gonna miss when Superman and Lois is finally over. It's definitely not because I'm gonna miss Lois, Lana, or Sarah. I had to pause with the Sarah thing for a second and just remind myself the actor is in her like mid to late 20s. I was like, good God, Dion, don't say shit out loud like that, man. We're gonna give you the look. You get a ish pass there. Cause their character's 14, dude. But good God, relax. Will you be checking out the new Game of Thrones series in 2025, Omni, Knights of the Seven Kingdoms? I'm not excited for it, but maybe? I don't know. Probably. I mean, I've watched all the other ones at this point. Why not? But I don't know. It depends. Felt like the Joker could have used less musical numbers. I did, however, enjoy a few. I think him and Harley kind of sneak around and leave, and the red light courtroom, there's always a Joker. We're both solid. Yeah, some of them were really good. Like the songs weren't the problem. I think the utilization of the songs. I don't think every time we needed to finish the song. There's a lot of obligations to finish a lot of the songs. And they weren't really moving them forward. I feel like if you trimmed down or edited down a good chunk of the movie, there's a lot of repetition too that I noticed while I was watching it. It could have been maybe 15 minutes shorter and flowed a little bit better, maybe even more than that. And I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Some epic randomness. I have a new kitten now. Awesome. Hell yeah. Congrats. It's always fun. Hurricane. Plot twist. It was Mephisto all along. The day when we actually see Mephisto will be a great day. So Absolute DC books are for new readers and alternate takes on the characters. That's the one I was like, you can get into it without being confused. I was like, then you said alternate takes, which I knew that. It's a different universe, it's a different take on the characters altogether. So like for new readers, sure, you can hop in and understand these characters, but you're not going to understand the core character, the canon character. So that's what the New 52 tried to do. And then they fucked that up. But I mean, it works, I guess. I mean, you can do that with any Elseworld story, technically. Did you see the pictures of Spider-Man Noir's suit? I did. It does indeed look amazing. I've been watching The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon Season 2. Enjoying it? I have not started that show. What did you think of Crystal Reed's version of Sophia? I thought she was great, but Crystal Reed's just fantastic in general. Like, her in that, and then her in Swamp Thing, both were really good. Minor spoiler for the Joker 2. It was so effing funny in the wedding musical number, seeing Gary dancing in it. Like him, Harley, Pastor, and Gary. Because he is the only dude who was nice to Arthur. Gary's scene was the best part of 2. I haven't seen the actor in anything, but he freaking kills it in his apartment scene in the first, on the testimony in the second. Yeah. Those were some of the highlights of that. That scene where he took the stand was probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. Theory is that Manhunter's group from the comics will be a big Thanos level threat for the DCU. That would be interesting. How did we get to that point though? Like, we don't know anything about the DCEU, or we don't know anything about the DCU yet. How are we already theorizing shit like that? I don't understand. So you clarify that. I talked about that. The show is not over yet, but Kristen's version is so much better in my opinion. I have to agree. A little more rounded out for sure. The Zatanna show would be fire, especially since Marvel already has Agatha. Yes, indeed do. Plus, I got a thing for Zatanna, so I might be a little selfish in that need, and that desire. Really hope they do Zatanna in the DCU. I guarantee they will. They gotta. If the rumors of Teen Titans movie is true, then that's 6 or 7 characters that could get their own movies or shows. Beast Boy, for example, or Wonder Girl, Dawn Troy. They probably, knowing James Gunn, won't get their own. Probably won't get their own movies, but we shall see. If you don't know, picture the butts from Doom Patrol and put them on toilet spaceship. The fuck? You know the butts in space? No, I do not. That's what you were talking about. I appreciate the effort to find the correct color. Well, thank you. What's up, Blank? How are you? How long my favorite time to commit crimes? Because you get to go run around in costumes. Sorry if it was asked earlier, but have you seen the Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 trailer? It looks really good. I have not watched it. I've seen some of the stills because they were shared by some of the people that I follow from the cast and stuff like that. But as far as watching the trailer, no. I don't watch mid-season trailers. We all know that. And that is included. I'm not watching it. I feel no need or desire to watch it. I will check it out when it comes out. They'll never know it was me. You see, I was always checking as well as Moses' common costume and wear that one each year. Look at a little mastermind Sean out here. Who'd you cast as Batman in the DCU? Also, what's funny is very rarely can Batman fans agree on a fan cast. I'd be okay with Jensen. I think Alan Ritchson would be really good. I mean, those are the only two that really come to mind for me. I'm not big in the know for a lot of other talks, like things that people have talked about before, but I've seen those a lot, and I could see those personally, especially after Reacher. I mean, he's basically Batman in that, so just put the hood on him. He's already been in the DC family twice. He was Aquaman once, and he was Hawk in Titans, so why not? Level him up, bump him up. Would you rather have Wally West or Barry Allen as the main Flash? I think I kind of answered that earlier on. We can go with Wally. I think that'd be fine. Even if I prefer Barry myself, I think Wally fits better for what they're doing with the DCU personally. What's your favorite Flash and Green Lantern? Jon Stewart and Barry. Because Barry Allen was my first Flash and Jon Stewart was my first Green Lantern, so that's probably why. But I just don't enjoy them. I do like Hal, but I like John a lot more personally. I don't really know any of the other ones all that well that came after. I know of them and stuff, but I've never really seen or read anything where they've gotten a lot to do. They've just kind of been backdrop characters in any of the stuff that I've seen. If I get high on the truth serum drug from Truth Seekers, I'll be like Adam Driver in Megalopolis, being mind-controlled by dancing hands in front of a purple vortex. I don't know what the hell you were talking about. I mean, I know what you're talking about the truth serum thing from Truth Seekers, but as far as the Adam Driver thing, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about there. Angela Johnson. I forgot why we even brought that up. The principal from Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't remember any spoilers for Vox. Your Men in Black device worked. I'm just delusional. Hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's Jesse who's Dick Grayson. Okay. Right. I forgot about that because I hadn't watched it in so long. Because I remember core memory unlocked. Because when I was watching it the first time, I could only hear Roxas. On me left by default. I'm in charge. Do you and the Mama Cat still got beef? Yeah. Yeah. Not as much, but yeah. I think I've made progress. But she still runs immediately when I enter the room. Unless I catch her while she's sleeping and she's in a corner, and then I'm like, haha, now you have to let me pet you. But then it's like Russian roulette about, is she going to attack me this time or not? Frozen 2 is way better than the first. I'm glad I am not alone. I just like the Frozen 1 songs more. I like some of them, but I think some of the songs, I mean, honestly, I think in the first one, I only like Let It Go. As far as the songs. think there's more songs in 2 that I enjoy personally, but that's me. I know that's like a hot take, kind of. I rewatched through all the Despicable Me movies with my little bro from before the 4th, and my hot takes are that outside of the first, the Minions prequel and Despicable Me 4 are the best. Really? That's interesting. So maybe I'm just missing the good shit. Weirdly, like the franchise, it's not deep by any means outside the first, maybe, but I just have fun with them. Maybe I'll give them a chance one day. Just hope that the Lantern Show uses the powers instead of making Hal and Jordan powerless until the finale. That would suck if that was the case. I would hope so too. You know, I don't think that's what it means by grounded. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's got a janky soundtrack, but the soundtrack Into the Unknown and Show Yourself still give me tingles. Yeah, I feel you there. And plus just the general theme. But that's the theme in the first one too. It was there, but I always forget about it. Jimmy, can you take dogs down? Shoots the dogs. What the fuck? I think the perfect time to do Blade movies would be right after Secret Wars. Do a Blade movie would be after Secret Wars. I mean, at this point, that's going to be what happens. To me, Frozen 2 is like Zombieland 2. An unnecessary sequel that's not as good as the first, but it's good enough and nice to see the characters again. I agree with you, this Zombieland 2 is unnecessary. And yes, it was good to see the characters again, but my God, I did not enjoy it that much. But I was completely opposite on Frozen 2. I thought it was way more interesting. Unnecessary? Definitely. But I thought it was way more interesting than the first one. The first was very simple, though. Very simple. If you're in the Harry Potter universe, Voldemort is a thing and takes over your world. Now we're just changing things because he never successfully takes over anything. And I'm a human, I can't do magic, so I'm just off in Muggle land over in America, just living out my normal day while the UK is dealing with their little Hitler ghost running around killing people and trying to take over everything. Not my problem. But then again, if they didn't stop him, it would definitely become my problem because he definitely wants to get rid of all of the non-magics, the Muggles, or the no-mage. Whoever came with that name needs to be smacked. Interesting how Superman Lois is doing a Death of Superman storyline when My Adventures with Superman Season 3 is about to do one as well. What a weird take on Doomsday you think they could do. That'll be, yeah, that's what I'm going to be curious about. I've heard that rumor as well, but I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but there's speculation that, yes, My Adventures with Superman is going to attempt to do, I feel like it's way too early. I think it's way too early to do that for them. But if they do, with how they've done everything else with this weird techno twist on the Kryptonian origins, I'm real curious what their Doomsday what that's going to be like. And I like that Superman and Lois did a very different kind of story. Like, they set up all of the little things for that to happen, but they did their own thing. It had its own spin. They're like, hey, you know how this goes. We got another way around that. Let's just push past it. It's really interesting. James Gunn written the Scooby-Doo movies. My favorite version of Scooby-Doo. Love them. Also, Zombieland is a banger movie. Like the Zombie Island. Zombie Island is indeed a banger movie. The song, Terror Time. Oh God, I love it. But yeah, my favorite Scooby-Doo is the original cartoon. I think. What's new Scooby-Doo is also really good, but the original cartoon, I mean, that's just what I grew up on, so I'm a little biased. But that's still Scooby-Doo in my brain. But Matthew Lillard's Shaggy, though, I would keep him around for as long as he can do that voice. Let's see. There's a new film called We Live in Time with Florence and Garfield. Not the cat, Andrew Garfield. It's a romance, I think. Yeah, they've been promoting something here recently. I believe that's the movie. I haven't seen a trailer or anything for it, so who knows? I like them. They're very charismatic, and Andrew is just a sweetie. Thoughts on Crypto not being a white lab and James Gunn's Superman? Personally, I have no problem with it. At least his, well, it's not a skin color. It's his fur color. I'm glad we get our good boy on big screen. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I don't give two shits what the breed of the dog is, to be honest. And the reason why it's this breed, I love it. The story behind it is beautiful. And even so, there have been Crypto iterations in the comics that are this breed or similar breeds that have not been a white lab or whatever the fuck it was in some of the other iterations. Mr. Corbier show the Shakers of Velma. I saw that one of the two shows. I commented on that one earlier. Actually, if anyone likes behind the scenes docs on movies, I highly recommend the one about making a Frozen 2. I'm surprised Disney released it, to be honest, because it's absolute chaos and shows they had no plan. I've heard that it was very honest, that behind the scenes, but I have not seen it. What villain would you want to see as the big bad of Chapter 1 of DCU? Personally, I'd love to see Brainiac Trigon getting some love on the big screen. I don't know if I'd do Brainiac or Trigon yet as like the chapter big bad, but I would like, I think it's going to be the Justice League versus the Authority. I think that's what they're setting up. I think the Authority is going to be the big bad in the end, but that's just from the pieces I'm seeing right now. What's up, Savannah? Hi, I love your channel. This music is great. Could you please react to the Amazing Digital Circus by Glitch? It's sort of like Has-Been, Helva, and Murder Drones. I think you might really like it. That might, once I'm done with Murder Drones, that might be the next thing I jump into to give it a chance. There's only 3 episodes at the moment, right? So I won't have a lot to catch up on, but I'll see what it's all about. Because when I went to Level Up and stuff like that, I see a lot of people talking about the Amazing Digital Circus and stuff. Saw a lot of Pomni cosplays because I was like, I had to like double take and check sometimes. It's like, you're not like an alt fan fizz, right? Because when you're looking at cosplays, like they look very similar side by side sometimes. Obviously the characters don't, even though they both dress like jesters. But like when you're looking at human beings in the real world trying to dress up as said characters, a lot of the times there's a lot of similarities, and they become way more pronounced when you're doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to give it a shot. Again, like with Murder Drones, looking at it, it looks appalling to my eyes. But people were talking it up, so I'll give it a chance. A picture of a baby Omni still have the facial hair and glasses and beanie for some reason. That's hilarious. Let's see. Trying to find a message that's directed towards me. There's a lot of in-talking happening here. My only complaint is that I hope Daredevil fixes is that each episode length isn't all over the place, like 25 minutes one episode, 50 minutes to the next. Didn't they just say every episode would be up to an hour, or would be about an hour? I think there was just a post saying that their episodes were going to be like an hour-ish, every one of them. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm of the mindset that I think, just like a chapter in a book, you need a beginning, middle, and end, and a purpose and a point for every episode. And I don't think you need to artificially run out the episode to fit a time constraint when it's not needed. I think episodes just need to be as long as they need to get the point across, without lingering too long or padding things out, dragging things out, or ending on a weird note or whatever. I don't know. But I get it. Like, we're waiting week to week and stuff like that for a lot of these shows, and like, oh, well, shit, this week we're just 25 minutes and we're done. I get it. I get the frustration, but as far as like the storytelling goes, I'm fine with them being of varying lengths. I'm glad Jonathan received his powers. His growth has been amazing since I started watching it. I'm still on the fence about him having gotten powers still, personally. When do you think we will get the first Superman trailer? Super Bowl? Probably. At least a teaser, probably, by that point, maybe. What's the release date for it again? I don't remember. Chupraka-dupra! I'm the fucking Chupraka-dupra. That's still one of my favorite line reads in the entire show, man. Are we gonna get a wild robot reaction, dude? Maybe. I won't say no, but maybe. Maybe. I just hope a Superman movie is focused mainly on Superman and not the other heroes or whatever cameos they do. Again, I've said that I trust James Gunn with this. Yeah, I think it will be focused on Superman, but it's just a world he lives in, and these characters happen to be there. So I don't think they're going to hijack focus. At least I hope not. My Adventures with Martian Manhunter spinoff. My Adventures with Superman would be great. I mean, if we introduce anybody outside of his territory finally, then maybe. Which final season are you looking forward to next year? Andor, The Boys, or Stranger Things? Out of all of these, the Stranger Things. Like, that's the one I'm the most excited for out of all of those. Because, yeah, I think that's going to be insane. But second would be Andor. Last runner-up, the final at the end, is The Boys. Spider-Man 4 be set before Doomsday or after Avengers Doomsday? I mean, I don't know. It's probably before. I would assume it's before. They had the song Stacy's Mom. Oh, I never knew who sung that. And that's why, bit of a one-hit wonder. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So I have at least heard something they've done. Right out of university, I get Superman and Fantastic Four in July. Good little reward right there. Still no Spider-Verse 3 news at the moment. Don't know if you've heard the Legend of Lara Croft has been renewed for season 2 by Netflix. I've heard that this announcement is actually a little misleading. I've heard that it was picked up with 2 seasons. Like, they greenlit it with 2 seasons. Feels like a PR move to get people more involved. Because they know if you just announce 1 season, it's Netflix, and you don't know if they're going to do anything like that. Oh, it's back for season 2. But I heard it was always going to have a season 2. I don't know which is true. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Daredevil better have fights besides Spider-Man eventually in Secret Wars. I would fucking love that. Yes. I want that too. Wonder Woman, I want a Wonder Woman animated show. We have a Superman animated show and plenty of Batman shows. She's the only one from the trio that needs one. What do you think? I agree. I think we need more Wonder Woman content in general. We're assuming Spider-Man will appear in Doomsday, right? Yeah, I think we are. I think it's fair, though, that he will. I mean, considering who is Doom, he's definitely going to appear. I don't know if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan or not, but you are looking forward to a Super Bowl halftime performance. I hope he performs All of the Stars, the end credits song from Black Panther. That's a name like I know, and maybe I've heard songs that they've performed, but I can't put the name to the song. But that definitely makes me not a fan. But not in that I don't like them. It's just I'm not aware or conscious of the music they make. But I know they're a big name in the industry right now. I couldn't tell you a damn song that they've done outside of the one you just listed off personally. I can't believe that Prime Video renewed Reacher for a 4th season, and 3rd season is not even out yet. I mean, because it does well, I guess. It's one of their bigger shows. And it's just fucking good. The arm. Unexpected caps. Criminal not to have Spidey in Doomsday. Agreed. Don't skip the nose and say why after them. What? It was up there when you were going on. Anyway, I'm not going to go back looking for it. That was a while ago. I think I remember what you were talking about, but maybe I missed the reference. Now I can't find this comment. Where is it? There it is. It was 80 degrees today. Well, nice. What about Sally's song? Sally's song's okay. It's okay. It's not a banger, but it's okay. Can't wait for Arcane, especially looking forward to Drool for Jace. That's assuming he survived. I think he did, though. I think that person we saw where we only see their wrist, I think that was his bracelet with that rune stone. It looks like it's fused into his arm now. I think that's probably him, but all the trailers have not, none of them have shown him yet. Could Daisy's Johnson Quake come back? Surely. I'm sure she, I mean, yeah, 100%. Especially with the multiverse stuff, for sure. Love this instrumental version of You Will Be Okay. It's so peaceful. It is, if you actually want the one I'm listening to, it's by Frost XM. I have it sped up. It's actually a little more chill than this, but this is the actual video I'm using. It's like an hour loop of their remix of it. Halloween movie recommendation is Hollow Man 2. There's a second one? I didn't know there was a second one. In my opinion, it's better than Hollow Man because unlike its predecessor, which is fine, it's a direct-to-DVD sequel, actually has more interesting ideas and execution. Damn. I didn't know they made a sequel to it. The actor of Sarah is 23 years old and her birthday is a day before mine, so I'm in love. Rings of Power Season 2 ends. Me, see you in 2 years. Rings of Power Season 2 was massively a step up. I really enjoyed it. Mephisto is rumored for Ironheart next year. That's an interesting place to pop up. And is that still coming? It was supposed to have been out already, but it keeps getting shuffled away and away, and filming's done. It's been done for a while. Hope Spidey doesn't meet Mephisto. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they do something like that and do a one more day situation. As much as everybody hates that storyline, we have the pieces for it. And maybe Mephisto could even fix the memory problem too. I'm liking Daryl Dixon, but some of the writing is not great in my opinion. That's just kind of par for the course for the Walking Dead shows after a point. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode was wild. Hive got his Neo cosplay on and got his squad ready. Yes, he does. You're going to be reacting for the Green Lantern animated series, perhaps? I mean, I'll be reacting to the HBO show when that comes out, but what, are you talking about the old animated series? Because that's not in the plans at the moment. Not getting a Wonder Girl film would be a crime. Doesn't go so far. Not the best, but not bad at all. Fair enough. There's a fan episode of Murder Drones that is super amazing. Would you ever consider watching something like that? Maybe after it's all said and done, because I've heard that it's meant to fill in the gaps or something like that of certain plot threads or plot holes. And it's not fully animated, like it's an animatic, so it's not like even complete animation. And it's also completely unofficial. So I'm going to, if I ever do, it will be after I'm done with the series, because, you know, I need to see it how it was made, because otherwise it's not really a fair watch, I feel. I like the movie The Harder They Fall. It's the second time you've mentioned it. You know, it's an older movie too by this point. Older, like the last 3-4 years, but like I've seen it. I just hope James Gunn does more solo films and shows instead of mainly group stuff. We shall see. Like, Supergirl might be a solo film with no other heroes appearing besides a post-credit scene. Yeah, it just depends on what they're doing. They seem to be doing, like, again, the Man of Tomorrow, or the Woman of Tomorrow storyline where she's, like, stranded or whatever, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how they do it. A lot of these seem to be a little ensemble-y, or at least not as on an island as some solo movies would tend to be. Did you know that they made a supernatural anime based on the CW show? I did not. I did not know that. Like an actual... Yeah. Oh, it came out in 2011? Was it just like a special or an episode? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would have heard about that though. Ulrich and Hawk and Ralph. Two red angry guys. Very true. I just platinum Sonic X Shadow Generation. Shadow Generation is the best Sonic experiences yet. Still at Frontiers though. Now patiently waiting for Sonic 3, which comes out on my birthday. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait for Sonic 3. And I just installed the Shadow Generations game last night. But I don't know when I'll be able to play it though. But I've heard it's actually really good. The absolute banger from my favorite roll creature, Reacher the Goat. Next week, new hell of an episode. Get the tissues and therapy sessions ready. Yeah, we're gonna need it, dude. I'm so concerned on how this is gonna go, but I'm excited. GTA 6 will come out before Blade at this point, probably. Would you rather for Martian Manhunter? Would I rather Martian Manhunter get a show or a movie? Me personally, a show because it has more time for its lore and all could be interestingly explored. Green versus White Martians too. Probably, I agree with you. A show would probably make more sense to lay the groundwork for their relationship with the White Martians and all that kind of stuff. Show would probably work a little bit more effectively about getting across what all they need to. The Blade video game will actually come out first. That's wild too. That's probably true. Imagine if in 10 years or so we get a 3-part Blackest Night movie trilogy. Dude, that would be insane. If we end up building up to a Blackest Night movie trilogy, that would be wild. How long do you think Gunn will wait before giving us a Justice League film? I imagine maybe it'll be the end of this chapter 1. There's controversy James Gunn is cherry-picking what to keep from the DCEU as canon to the DCU, like Peacemaker being the same actor and Waller. Yeah, because it's his stuff and he knows how that works and he trusts it and it doesn't really tamper with things all that much. That's fine. I don't give a shit. It's a general soft reboot anyway. Which is not uncommon. Fuck, the New 52 did that shit, so I'm not upset about it at all. It might be a little confusing for some people, but it is what it is. I honestly wouldn't mind a Manhunter game instead of a show or a movie. That'd be peak. Though, again, I hope we get many of those. Any MM rep is a win. Really fun fact, Hannah Waddingham went to the Venom Last Dance premiere recently, and dude, she looked really smoking. Dude, she just fucking looks good no matter what, man. If you haven't seen her in there, you need to look her up. I mean, I watched all of Ted Lasso, and there were a lot of Hannah Waddingham. Anyway, let's see. Pomni costumes do kind of look like Fizz. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. I wasn't sure if I was going to be putting myself out on a cross for that. I feel bad for Jordan because he was always socially awkward and now his brother is getting powers. Yeah, it does put a very put them in a really rough situation. But hopefully, like everything else, they tackle it head on and get over it. And I think this last episode helped get us over that hurdle a little bit with Jordan kind of handing over the reins to him while he works on his own stuff. But maybe Brazil CCXP, maybe a show or a teaser for Superman. When is that though? The Boys isn't until 2026. Ah, okay. So we got that one for a while then. It'd be crazy if Spidey 4 is set after Doomsday and the craziness that film gives us. I mean, that could be the case too, though. Imagine if Doomsday and Secret Wars are both 3-hour endgame length. I wouldn't be shocked. Jonathan not having powers made me like him because of the decisions he made, like almost dying from a booby trap. Booty trap, though, is what you time we got it. Trying to get a super gun, or when he looked yellow drug shit. Yeah, I was really hoping, like with Lois, he would find his importance in being human. And just his personality, but it is what it is. Music and trivia and beating the intro skills are unnecessary superpower. They're absolutely useless, but I come in handy at the pub quiz. Hell yeah. Top of the morning to you, Omni. What's up, Kiwi? How are you? It's already announced that Spider-Man 4 is July 26th, which comes after Doomsday, which is May. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Confirmation. There's 4 MCU films coming out in 2026. We have Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4 confirmed, and we have an untitled film coming on February and November. What do you think the films could be? I have no idea at this point, man. I couldn't even speculate, I guess. Polka Dot Man became useful, and you could too. Rebecca, find your spot. What it do, Omni? What's up, Felix? How are you doing? Didn't Joker 2 have inferior songs compared to Aspen or even Helva? What is this comment? The songs in Joker 2 are real songs. Like, they weren't written, none of them were written for the movie. They're songs that exist from real, like, popular artists and shit like that. So it's a weird comment to make. So I'm not going to elaborate on that further. Would I rather listen to Has-Been or Helva songs than any of the songs in the renditions in Joker 2? Sure. But comparing the songs themselves is a little weird. Ironheart is coming in 2025 officially. We'll see. Well, I finally, if it does actually, have I watched the trailer for Cobra Kai Part 2? I don't watch mid-season trailers, so I have not. And that also answers Kiwi's question. I don't watch mid-season trailers. We already kicked it off. I'm not watching it. We'll be checking out Creature Commandos and Skeleton Crew in December. Yes, of course. Hope Weasel don't eat any kids. I've seen some stuff, like, at least I haven't seen the trailer itself, but I saw like an excerpt from the trailer that seems to maybe imply that he was framed for those child deaths, and that maybe he didn't actually eat them. Is the theory I've seen floating around. I think Batman will first appear in someone else's project before the movie releases, like Supergirl appearing in Superman first, possibly. I mean, sure. I mean, that's possible for sure, especially since he's active, along with the rest of the Bat family too. Supernatural, the anime, was an actual show and had 1 season with 22 episodes. Yeah, I never heard about it, man. I've never seen Supernatural, so I don't keep up with any of that either, so that probably didn't help. A little worried about Sonic 3 releasing the same week as Mufasa because Lion King has $1 billion potential, either animated or live action. Lion King does. Mufasa necessarily does not. I feel like there's more, I don't know, man. Social media can be an echo chamber sometimes, but I feel like there is way more excitement and interest in Sonic 3 than there is for Mufasa. But we'll see. Only the box office will let us know. Uzi and In, I'm feeling the robotic chemistry. It's like they're synced up via Bluetooth. Been binging your reactions in my copious spare time. Love your humor, and please do the Peacemaker dance when watching season 2 next year. I will be getting a new song, a new opening intro, a new song altogether, and I assume a new dance along with it, so I may have ran out of time. I relate to Jordan because I was never the most social kid in high school. Yeah, I relate with Jordan a lot. I do. Even in the frustrating bits. I insanely relate to Jordan. Would you rather live in the Boiling Isles or live in the world of Vox Machina? Vox Machina. Yeah. If I could do the circle magic, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Right now, in the early throes of everything, I'm gonna have to go with Vox Machina. maybe as things evolve, that might change. Gen V Season 2 releases in 2025, actually, to bridge that gap between Gen V and the boys. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's what okay. I forgot about that. Speaking of Mufasa, Aaron Pierre has 2 stacked years going from Lion King to Green Lantern. Who is he in Mufasa? Maybe John having powers is cool if he becomes a hero. Let's hope his costume is better than Jordan's. Again, Jordan's is a throwback. Like, it's a comic. It's one of the comic suits in the early days for Superman. But yeah, we need one. I asked to scoot a minute, but before I do, how did Darth Vader avoid jail time? Don't know. He pled the Sith. Alright, get the fuck out of here. I definitely need to watch Ted Lasso as well. Hannah looks really amazing there too. What a woman. That show is amazing. It's amazing. Like, I don't know if I've cried nearly as much watching a show, let alone laughed as much watching a show. What's joking? Are you dressing up your fur babies for Halloween and taking pictures? No, I'm not gonna put them through that nightmare. Although I wish Disney should have cast Chudwuki Iwuji as Kidios Lion rather than Mads Mediocre Mikkelsen. Whoa. I will not tolerate any Mads Mikkelsen slander in here. No. Watch Hannibal and come to me with him being mediocre. My ass. Chudwuki Iwuji is great. He is great. But like, I love me Mads. He's a sweet man. He said, I'm your father in court. Invincible Season 3 in February. No breaks as well. I can't wait, man. First stream I've made it to. Hi, Omni. And we are about to wrap up, I think. We're getting close to wrapping up. But welcome all the same. Or no, we're released when we are 90. Where's that way, Rebecca? Who doesn't love Star Wars flavored legal humor? Sorry to Mickelson fans, by the way. I get why you don't watch mid-season trailers, Omni. Spoilers for the plot. I mean, we're already started. We've already started the season. I'm trying to go in as blind as possible, so I don't know. I don't want to watch like a mid-season trailer and shit like that. I just don't get the point. I mean, I get the marketing point, but I'm there already. They don't need my ass in the seat. I would literally just be doing it for the views, and all it's going to be doing is lessening my enjoyment of the show once it comes back out. Because then I'm going to have excitement. I'm going to have spoilers. I'm going to have these things. I'm going to have expectations. And the season's already started. I don't need it. What spin-off of My Adventures with Superman would you want the most? Mine is Monster Manhunter, obviously. Hal Jordan Green Lantern show is number 2 most wanted for me. I think Green Lanterns would probably be next, or a Hawkman and Hawkgirl, because we set up the Thanagarians in the tail end of the last season. So either one of those, because we've got our first look at a lantern and we got our first look at them in there, and it would fit in with the alien aesthetic and kind of keep the superheroing isolated off of Earth, if that makes sense. How funny would it be if Vex and Percy had a Freaky Friday moment? Well, that would be terrifying. Funny. It would make for some really weird shit, especially Vax in his twin sister's man's body would be weird. Saw an image of Weasel probably from a trailer. There's 4 kids, and they're all looking at him. This is why you're on the Death Star. No Madge was a crap name for non-magic people in Harry Potter. That was so stupid. Either way, I'm looking forward for your Cobra Kai Part 2 actual reactions. I mean, it's not even that far away. It's only in like 2.5 weeks. On Halloween, if Batman starts chasing you. Aaron is Mufasa. Oh, I didn't know that. What's up, Christina? What's up, Michael? I hope all is well. Love how you didn't warn me at all that cannibalism was on the journey with Attack on Titans with hug and kisses. Have a great weekend. You as well. And hey, I wouldn't dare spoil anything about Attack on Titan. The whole journey is the fucking insane twists that come all throughout. But it is still to this day, I think, the best like written anime I've ever seen. Like once you get to the end, it's one of those things you rewatch and you see all the seeds. Like it's a completely different show on a rewatch too. Anyway, he's also in Rebel Ridge. Very worth checking out. Haven't heard of that actually. See, Omni banished you. You played the Sith. Rebecca, I'm here for 5 seconds. You got me choking. And the Flash showed up at your house and ran you to Florida. What would your reaction be? Get me the fuck back home and take me somewhere safer. Like, what are you doing? I don't like. I feel bad and terrible for everybody down there at the moment, obviously, but don't throw me into it. Let's see. A little test, Omni. Former Irish pasta sauce. Got hacked. Hope you're doing well. I'm scared of YouTube now. Welcome back, Ragu. Going with the Caliban now. Yeah, I'm sorry you got hacked, but like, yeah, dude, your account was just being real weird that day. It started just fucking ranting and raving in the comment section for no reason. It was real weird. Real weird. Hopefully you got it sorted this time around. I cannot be banished to the Shadow Realm with you. Excited for Skeleton Crew. I still haven't actually watched the trailer. It's Star Wars. I'll watch it, so we'll see. For now, what is your best arc of One Piece? Probably the Arlong stuff, I think right now is my favorite arc at the moment. Yeah, I think so. I think Arlong. Probably Arlong. I gotta wait for this one to be over before I really kind of settle into it. I can't believe they actually did it, killing Ripley. I actually feel pity for her a little bit. I hope we get a prequel for her. I want to see more of her. Even if not in this, maybe in a comic book. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Again, like she was set on a path, much like with Percy. They are two sides of the exact same coin. He just went a different way. She went a different way. Yeah, I do feel bad that there wasn't like a redemption arc for her, to be honest. But I feel like she could have been. Maybe she was too far gone. But I feel like there could have been hope. That other people didn't think so. Blade will come out before Omni catches up to the chat. No. Don't lie to everybody. There'll probably be a trailer for Cobra Kai Season 3 Part 6 early 2025, which I won't watch. Yeah, I'm not watching it. It's fine. I'll be fine. Even though I haven't seen Ted Lasso, I personally think BoJack Horseman will make you cry a lot more than Ted Lasso. That show has a lot of emotion. If you haven't seen it, you can't talk, man. A lot of emotional, deep moments that will stick with you. Don't talk about Ted Lasso if you haven't seen Ted Lasso. I underestimated that show and got destroyed in a lovely way. It's so beautiful. Quan is going to be a problem, though. I don't know what you're talking about there. Agatha wishes you a happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. What's up, PGA? How are you? Favorite Halloween candy? Reese's Cups. Minis, specifically. The small ones. The little baby ones. Little bite-sized ones. That's like an always candy. I get those even not on Halloween. For Halloween, like specifically, I don't know. I don't know. I'd still go with that. I'm excited for Stranger Things Season 5. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I am. Started watching The Bear and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of your reactions. Oh, I'm glad I turned you on to some shows like that, man. That's awesome. How am I doing today? The pain meds are kicking in, so my teeth don't hurt as much. So I'm doing pretty good. A little tired. I'm behind on a lot of things I need to do today, but I'm sure I'll make it through and get it done at least. I'm rewatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hell yeah. Florida Man. Do I like sushi? No. The consistency, like, I can't do it. I've tried a bunch of different kinds of sushi, and I just... I like it. I've not found one yet that I liked. Do I like jazz? It's alright. I wouldn't openly choose to listen to it. I'm excited for the next Has-Been episode coming on Halloween. It's called Ghostfuckers! Definitely watching it. Oh yeah, I'm 1000% there. Ready and waiting for it. Coincidentally, I've got my apology tour blanket with me right here. Also, got a couple more cards I need to open, and I got their last set of beanies as well for all the characters I was missing. I need to watch The Penguin once it finishes next month. I've been busy with school, and I'm watching Agatha week to week. Yeah, that's understandable. Once Penguin finishes and wraps up, I think it'll be a fun watch. Because right now, it's really wild. It's a lot of fun. Not saying One Direction and Vox Machina are any similar. Okay. I was confused. I accidentally skipped over your comment here. Oh, right, because he passed away. I forgot about that. Not about that, but I forgot about who he was, because I was never a One Direction person. But I did see the news about him passing, but I couldn't remember what band he was in. Me counting down to the days of Sonic 3. Kit Kat are awesome candy. Kit Kats are good. Kit Kats are okay. I like a lot of the interestingly flavored ones that come out, like in Japan and stuff, that I get from my Tokyo Treat boxes, which you can get for $5 off by using the link in the description. Actually, I don't even know if it is in the description of these videos. I don't know if I have it set to automatically put that in there. Viking Che. It is not. It is now. You've never seen Grog and Kratos in the same room. That's true. He's close. Run. I've lived 30 minutes from where Helm's Deep was shot, which was along the freeway in Wellington. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, that's crazy. That's one of the main reasons I want to go to New Zealand, is to see all the different filming locations. And one of the reasons I want to go to Hawaii, too, is seeing the Jurassic Park filming locations. Someone say something about X-Files. Speaking of X-Files, anybody who wasn't following me on Twitter and all that, I finally got these. Also in the X-Files universe, Millennium and The Lone Gunman, which is a direct spin-off of the X-Files. This was just another show Chris Carter created that ran for 3 seasons, but ended up getting canceled, I think, before the final storyline could conclude, and they ended up actually wrapping that storyline up in an episode of the X-Files. Same thing with The Lone Gunman. It was a 1 season and done, and they wrapped up its unconcluded threads in an episode of X-Files as well, which outlasted both of them. Not surprising, though. I haven't actually seen either one of these, though. I haven't actually watched The Lone Gunman before. I have only, which is the stain on my X-Files fandom at this point. Agatha finishing a Halloween, which actually, okay, before I move on, because I gotta go back to this, which is because of that stain, one of the X-Files fan accounts I follow, the one that hosts the X-Files convention that I went to last year, posted a X-Files fan bingo card. And the only things that kept me from getting a fucking bingo was the fact that I had not actually watched these suckers yet. And I'm like, okay, all right, fuck you. I went on eBay and ordered both of these, because that's the only place you can do it right now, is on eBay for either one of those, because they don't print them anymore. Lone Gunman is a cool title name. Well, the characters are the Lone Gunman from the X-Files. They're recurring characters throughout most of the show, the majority of the show, that help Mulder with a lot of his investigations. They run like they're just basically a bunch of nerds that work on like a conspiracy newsletter kind of thing. Agatha finishing on Halloween Eve is smart marketing, especially double dropping the last 2 episodes, like not letting it linger into November and just finishing everything. It's gonna suck doing those 2 episodes back to back, but thematically it makes sense. Finish the witch show before the witching hour and all that, you know. Which do you look forward more? Hell of a Boss upcoming episodes, season 3, or Has Been Hotel season? Oh, you mean season 2? Honestly, Hell of a Boss at this point. You know, when I started it, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm going to enjoy it more than Has Been Hotel. There's very rarely a time I enjoy a spin-off to a show more than the actual show itself, but not this time. And also, we talked about X-Files. Take your shots. No idea if it's been sorted, but I'll watch from a distance. Was a bad week, but hey, Jonathan got powers. Take it easy, man. Slow and steady wins the race, but I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're feeling good. I hope everything works out. It's nice to at least hear from you, though, man. Really. Let's finna be traumatized from the 3rd Hell of a Short. His faces were funny, though. Yes, they were. There you got it. What games am I currently playing? The only thing I've really had any time to play was I'm playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, because I can play it while working on my videos or while they're exporting or uploading or something like that. Like, it doesn't require a commitment because it's just retreading the story of all the stuff with it, with Dragon Ball and whatnot. So it doesn't require any attention. So I've just kind of been playing that to kind of fill the void when I have little moments to fill the void. So I've been playing that. I finished Goku's storyline. I finished I've finished all of Goku's main storyline stuff, all of his what ifs. I've finished all of Vegeta's, all of Future Trunks, and all of Gohan now. I still have like I think I still have Piccolo, Jiren, Frieza, and there's someone else I'm forgetting that also has a storyline. I can't remember. You're right. I need to watch Ted Lasso, but I can't imagine that being more emotional than BoJack Horseman, personally. Oh. Don't say anything till you don't know. We need a club of people wearing Apology Tour blankets, including you. Hell yeah, man. I want to sign up for Tokyo Treat boxes for sure. Well, then use my link. Get your $5 off. Plus, it helps me. Next God of War game should be epic. Are they doing another one? I still haven't finished Ragnarok. Obviously, we talked about that earlier. I still need to get around to that. Highly recommend you watch Gravity Falls. It's so good, even though it ended like 5 years ago. Once I finish, I think that's right now, that's going to be the show I do after. Once I finish Owl House, I'll be going, I'm going to do Gravity Falls next, I think. What's crazy is that Rings of Power Season 2 wasn't filmed in New Zealand, apparently. Nope, because they pulled all that shit out of there, which is dumb. Lone Gunman is a cool title name. You need to be verified soon. What the fuck? What? I'm confused. What do you mean verified? You were just talking about Sparking Zero. My PFP is Vegeta. Yes, it is. I did notice that, by the way. But huge Dragon Ball fan. I've seen actual Dragon Ball. There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans, or people that say they're Dragon Ball fans. They've never actually watched Dragon Ball. I've seen all of it. All that there is. I'm probably going to, once I'm done with this stuff, if time allows. I've been holding off on Daima because I was thinking maybe I'll react to it. I don't know. It's a little dangerous, but might check it out for the channel. So I haven't dove into it anyway yet. But I love Dragon Ball. Super has some cool moments. It's definitely better than GT, but the fucking Tournament of Power arc and the fucking Zamasu arc, the Goku Black arc stuff, they made some decisions that really rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm a little upset about all that. Super Saiyan Blue. Currently playing Star Wars Outlaws and a Plague Tale Requiem. I've heard good things about that one. I've heard mixed things about Outlaws. I really wanted to play it, but again, time. I just do not have time to like game. Support your channel any way I can. I appreciate that, Radical, but there's no obligation or need to go out and do anything like that. That's just perfectly fine. If you want to, sure, go for it, but like, no obligation at all to do so. We will talk about Gravity Falls when we get there. Have you ever watched Rick and Morty? I've watched the first 2 seasons, and the fandom made me never want to watch that show again. Yeah, react to Daimo when the dub comes out. I might do that. I might wait for the dub. Maybe I'll do that. Because Dragon Ball Z is one of the few anime, not few, there's a handful of anime that I like where I actually really prefer the dub. So we'll see. I've never seen Dragon My Balls yet. But probably one day. I mean, it's like the anime. It's the anime. Like, it's in the West, it's the anime. So, it's very one-dimensional, but it's iconic for a reason, man. But I made it to the end of the chat. Gonna gear up for dinner, and then I got some recording and editing to do tonight. So, let's go. Guys, also, weird fun fact then, also I didn't know at the time, is Dragon Ball is older than I am. Wild. Anyway, guys, enjoy your weekend. If you're celebrating Halloween, please be safe and take care of yourself, but have fun. Have fun. In the meantime, hopefully I will catch you guys next week, and yeah, just keep an eye on all the socials, on the posts and all that, and if anything comes up, I'll be sure to let you all know. But in the meantime, just have a good holiday.